This course on Black history, what's one of the lessons about? Queer theory. Now, who would say that an important part of Black history is queer theory? That is somebody pushing an agenda on our kids.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm the right-winged angel, Oliver Mack, and in this video, we got to talk about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis rejecting an AP African American Studies class. Now, there are a lot of people saying that, oh my God, he's so racist. He doesn't want black people to learn about African American history. He doesn't want white people to learn about African American history. He doesn't want people to know the truth about America and how things were during the slavery days and things like that. And I'm going to tell you, they're absolutely wrong. And that is not the reason that he rejected this class. And I'm happy that he rejected this class. And I'm going to show you exactly why this class should not be taught to any student. All right, first, I want you to hear from Ron DeSantis and what he said. He's going to explain things for you and why he decided to reject this class. Then, for the naysayers and the people that don't believe him, I'm going to show you the literature, the syllabus from this class and what's exactly in it and who they're going to be talking about. Let's check this out.
In the state of Florida, our education standards not only don't prevent, but they require teaching Black history, all the important things. That's part of our core curriculum. This was a separate course on top of that for advanced placement credit. And the issue is we have guidelines and standards in Florida. We want education, not indoctrination. If you fall on the side of indoctrination, we're going to decline. If it's education, then we will do this course. So when I heard it didn't meet the standards, I figured, yeah, they may be doing serious. It's way more than that. This course on Black history, what's one of the lessons about? Queer theory. Now, who would say that an important part of Black history is queer theory? That is somebody pushing an agenda on our kids. And so
Facts. Facts, 100% facts. I hate that they're doing this. These people are using black people to push this queer, to push this LGBTQ agenda. And I'm not sure why they're doing it, but I'm sick of it. Okay? You see a lot of these movies when they have somebody who's LGBTQ in the movie, somebody who's trans or somebody who's gay. And it seems like 75% of the time they're black for some reason. When you look at commercials, when they're talking about inclusion, we want to include LGBTQ people in our commercials, or we want to have LGBTQ people presenting as hosts and performing at award shows. 9 chances out of 10, they're black. Now, why are they doing that? Are they doing that because it seems like maybe this group of people is more inclined to take these positions? I don't know. But it seems very, very strange to me. And think about any other coursework that you would see that teaches about history. Would they actually put queer theory in that? I don't think so. Because what does queer theory have to do with African American history? When I was growing up, I grew up black all my life. I heard nothing about queerness. I heard nothing about LGBTQ. I heard nothing about gay people. Actually, in the black community, being gay was very, 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 very frowned upon. If you were in a group of people, especially guys, and a gay person would walk by or something like that, that person would always get clowned. They say that the black community is very, very homophobic, and I've seen it with my own eyes. So why are they pushing this agenda and pushing this queer theory on black people when we've already established that this group of people is really not for that? Make that make sense.
So when you look to see they have stuff about intersectionality, abolishing prisons, that's a political agenda. And so that's the wrong side of the line for Florida standards. We believe in teaching kids facts and how to think, but we don't believe they should have an agenda imposed on them. When you try to use black history to shoehorn in queer theory, you are clearly trying to use that for political purposes.
Thank you, Ron DeSantis. I'll tell you, Ron DeSantis is my favorite government. I live in Texas, and I would rather Ron DeSantis over Greg Abbott, but it is what it is. I appreciate Ron DeSantis coming out and saying this. There are not a lot of people who would actually stand in front of people and say, hey, these people are wrong. The media is wrong about what they're saying about the state of Florida and why they rejected this class. because they are right to reject this class. When I went on Instagram, before Ron DeSantis came out and made this statement, when the media was just pushing this narrative that Florida rejected this class because they're racist and they don't want black people to learn about black history. They don't want people to learn about the negative parts of American history. That is 100% false. I know when I was in school, I did learn about black history during the history class. I learned about Martin Luther King. I learned about slavery. I learned about all that. So I understood that there was a time in American history where things were pretty bad for black people. I knew that. And this was in the 80s and 90s. So I grew up understanding that from school. I didn't need a separate class to teach me about it because my history class taught me about it. I don't understand why people feel like we need to get extra African American history, like specific African American history just for African Americans. Do all the other races get that? Do Asians get an extra Asian history class? Do Hispanics get an extra Hispanic history class? No, they don't. Guess what? We don't need that. I don't need to learn about all this stuff about all these black leaders, and some of them weren't really leaders, but all these black figures just so I can feel good about myself. I feel good about myself based on the things that I do every day. I feel good about myself when I go to work and I do something productive. I feel good about myself when I take care of my family and provide for my family. I don't need to learn all this stuff about my history and people who happen to be black that did things a long time ago in order for me to feel good about myself. And I hope one day that people take heed to that and understand that there's nothing that you need to feel good about yourself other than your great acts, other than your faith, other than the things that you're able to do with your family and your community. That's all you need to feel good about yourself, not some stupid AP African American Studies class. But anyway, so this has caused a lot of backlash. And, Ben Sharpton, Ben Crump, which I call Ben Sharpton because he's basically Al Sharpton 2.0 with the bald head. He came out and he's threatening to sue Governor Ron DeSantis on behalf of some high school kids for him rejecting this class. Let's listen to what this idiot has to say.
Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights, we're here to give notice to Governor DeSantis that if he does not negotiate with the College Board to allow AP African American Studies to be taught in the classrooms across the state of Florida, that these 3 young people will be the lead plaintiffs in a historic lawsuit.
But I just noticed is one of them's white. Why'd they bring that white girl up there? What? Okay, she wants to learn about African American. I guess she's a liberal and whatever.
And you all need to remember that lawyers committee.
Okay, so this dumb. If y'all don't know who Ben Crump is, Ben Crump, if you ever have any situation where a black person is killed by the police, this Negro will be right there waiting for his paycheck every single time. It's like they don't even wait till the next day. As soon as it happens, the family comes out and says, Ben Crump is representing us, or Ben Crump come out himself and makes a statement on the behalf of the family the same day that the person gets killed. They don't even wait. He's like, he's probably, I don't know, checking the news, checking the police scanners or something like that. Whenever they hear suspect has been shot and he's black, Ben Crump is on the phone like, hello? Yeah, let me talk to the family. Yeah, I'll represent you. Don't worry. We're going to get those racist cops. I can't stand this man. I can't stand anybody like that. This person has been fueling the racial divide in this country for years. And if you're going to be like that, then that's somebody I can't rock with. I can't rock with this. This man is just scum. It's a scumbag right here. But he's threatening to sue Ron DeSantis, right? Of course, he's got to get a paycheck. This has nothing to do with protecting these children, has nothing to do with the families of people who have been shot by the police. It has everything to do with lying in his pocket just to make sure he can live his lavish lifestyle that he lives. I wonder how much Ben Crump is actually worth. What is Ben Crump's net worth? Let's check it out. Ben Crump net worth. Let's see. Ben Crump 2022 net worth. Monthly income is $2 million. $2 million a month this man makes. Ben Crump's net worth is $180 million. So, of course, this man has to be active and busy and just trying to find anybody that he can milk some money out of. This man uses and abuses the black community every single day of his life. So shame on you, Ben Crump. But I told y'all I was going to show you the syllabus from this AP African American Studies class. So here it is. Course framework and exam overview. Now, if you look at the context, let's see. So Unit 1, origins of the African diaspora, freedom, enslavement, and resistance, the practice of freedom, movements and debates. And that's all 4 units right there. Now you would think, okay, that doesn't sound too bad, right? I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, if you actually scroll down and look at each section and what it goes over, that's going to be scrolling for a little bit, but bear with me. Okay, so the skills, I don't think that, nope, that's not part of it. So let's go down. It's going to be in the movements and debates section. Okay, here it is. Here it is. This is exactly what Ron DeSantis was talking about. So under weekly instructional focus, African American Studies, movements and methods, we have Black intellectual tradition, whatever that means. We have movements and methods in Black studies. And then 419, Black queer studies. Black queer studies. Why do we need Black queer studies in a class about African American history or African American studies? Let's see what the topics are. This topic explores the concept of the queer of color critique, grounded in Black feminism and intersectionality as a Black studies lens that shift sexuality studies towards racial analysis. Students may examine text by writers such as Kathy Cohen, Roderick Ferguson, or E. Patrick Johnson. Now, the only person that I really looked at out of this list, which I'm pretty sure the other ones are bad too, was this person, Kathy Cohen. Kathy Cohen is a woman, a lesbian woman, and she does a lot of lectures with college students about queerness. And I wanted you to hear some of what she says in her lectures.
Those, end quote, those involved in and supporting the marriage equality movement seem either unaware or not to care about how the institution of marriage is manipulated to punish, discipline, and regulate those on the outside of the protective bubble of the heteronormative or at least nuclear normative family.
So this woman is against the nuclear family. She's even against gay people or LGBTQ people trying to have what they call nuclear families, trying to form nuclear families with their partners and get married. She is against the institution of marriage. She thinks the institution of marriage is disproportionately targeting or whatever, however she puts it, the Black community, which is utterly ridiculous. But let's listen.
Trend among gay leadership seems to be to go for normality, marriage, military, electoral politics. The cost of being on the other side of normal, as scholars such as Michael Warner, Lisa Dugan, and others have warned, is that you must participate in the process of exclusion and give up the cause of radical transformation. Further, the process of inclusion or integrating into often necessitates making claims of being like one entity, the thing we seek to join, while being different from some other entity, the other being portrayed as deficient in some manner.
I really don't know what the heck she is trying to say. I kind of do, but the way she says it is like very, very confusing. a lot of these educated woke people, they use all these words. Like, I don't know if they're trying to just draw it out, but they use all these words and they mean nothing. The words mean nothing. Basically, she is saying that these people should not try to conform to the heteronormative, whatever you say it, way of trying to live your life. Meaning, don't try to get married. Don't try to start a family. I don't know what she's doing, but this is the type of person that they want to, her ideas and ideologies, they want to put in front of high school children. Can you believe that? And it's sickening and disturbing to me that all these media outlets are going around saying that Ron DeSantis is rejecting this class because he's somewhat or somehow racist, because he doesn't want people to learn about African American history. This class, it is really, really in depth. There are a lot of things in this class that probably should not be taught to children. When I look at this class, I think about a college elective class that not too many people take. It's a class full of woke black people who just want to sit there and just talk about how wonderful black people are and how horrible white people are. So, nope, I don't see this class in front. It shouldn't be in front of children. So, what do you think? Do you think that this class should be in front of children? Do you think that this class should be banned? Do you think that Ben Crump is right? Or do you think that Ron DeSantis is right? Let me know in the comments section. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.